2020 wasn't it, so here we go, 21. I'ma make a move, and I'm no heady one. I've been grinding the whole year, I could go another one. Tryna find a man that stop me, do you know anyone? I don't know anyone, I don't know anyone. Knew that 2020 vision is now so 21. I don't know anyone, I don't know anyone. Yeah, we made it through the phase, now the show must go on, huh? You ain't been grinding, you must wanna not succeed, What's your intention? Do and say the stuff you mean. Word is a bond to me, ain't gonna break his queen. I've been one track minded since 2016. How you mean? I was one track minded when I was 16. Then I had to see the things that come between are what I need. That's growth, solitude, resilience, perspective. These are the things that I'm left with. Can't look back, man, it's on to the next bit. On to the next bit, on to the next bit. Write one down, it's on to the next hit. Elevating the east side to be on the stage where Zoka and Lems is. Said the cement is who come round shining, just like when they see the bright moon crest lit. First thing I do is to use the pen tip. Get my zen quick and make the stress live. I'm not the guy who you should let near. Any kind of man could you not end it. Touch a middle man is giving you a diamond. O's in a rough, you know I've been chick with the old block. Now I done fathered sons, cause look how these songs will grow and get big. Come and find us cause we're flying where the edge is. 2020 wasn't it, so here we go, 21. I'ma make a move, and I'm no heady one. I've been grinding the whole year, I could go another one. Tryna find a man that stop me, do you know anyone? I don't know anyone, I don't know anyone. Knew that 2020 vision is now so 21. I don't know anyone, I don't know anyone. Yeah, we made it through the phase, now the show must go on. The industry's
absolutely incredible. That was Bad Machine and Little Blaze. I'm Carla Crowe.
And I'm Jerome Javier J.
And this is Hearts of Talent, the performing arts talent programme that's changing and challenging the narrative for young people across London.
Tonight, we are searching for London's next young big thing in spoken word, rap, music, filmmaking, and of course, dance. I'm really trying to dance, but
I know, we're going to leave it to the professionals, I think, tonight.
So, to find out more about how you can apply online, our ambassadors for each category will inform you what you need to do.
We'll be hearing more from our category ambassadors later, but for now, let's meet the founders of Hearts of Talent, Jasmine and Amoy Dale. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
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 Now, we know that you're a mother and daughter team, but can you tell us a bit more about the project, how it came about and how it started?
Right. We started as the Brent Factor in 2019. And, you know, we've had sort of the effect of knife crime and so forth in our family. So it was something that we decided that we had to sort of look further into to see how we can actually get these youths to think differently in terms of let's give them a creative way to sort of show forth their talents. And that's why we decided to come up with, the Brent Factor back then, but the Hearts of Talent now. It's an opportunity for youths to showcase who they are through the avenue of arts, and that's what we want. We want them to think differently. We want to give them an opportunity, and we want to convince them, not even convince, we want to give them loads of encouragement to be who they are born to be, basically, because they are born kings and queens, and this is what we want. It's also about confidence building. So once we give them that confidence and we kind of mold them and shape them, but not take away really from who they are, but just to sort of, you know, guide them and then let them into the world. And that's what we're about, through the avenue of arts.
She said it all. Can you tell us who's benefited from the project in the last few years?
We interacted with 250 youths, and from out of that, we managed to save 3 who we are still in contact with today. So we're like their buddies. We help them, we speak to them if they have any issues, they do call us, and they actually more interact with Amoy, to be fair.
I run the youth team when it was called the Brent Factor, and I'll also be running the youth team here. So it's more of a thing where you become a friend more than a youth counsellor.
Yeah.
They're only looking for a friend or someone to talk to tell their problems to, because sometimes they can't tell it to their mum, their dad. But if you want to come talk to me, talk to me. That's how I try build up the relationships between all of us. And I would like to give them an opportunity as well. That's another reason why we have the youth team, is just to make everyone feel comfortable. Yeah.
And we know that it takes a village to raise a child, and within that village we have partnerships with the Metropolitan Police, NHS Northwest. We have producers,
pastors,
and pastors. So you know, it all makes sense that we all come together and make this happen. Basically, it's an opportunity that youths cannot miss.
So, ladies, tell us what's happening in 2021.
So in 2021, we have the online auditions that is launching tonight. So if you have your 60-second clip that you want to do, which is your singing, your dancing, there you go, and all other categories as well that was previously mentioned, that's what's going to be happening tonight. And then during the course of the summer holidays, we have the live auditions, which is where you come down to the London hotspots, which, because it's hot, that's why we call it a hotspot. Yeah, so we got
all that. I'll just leave it to her.
yeah, so we got those hotspots that we'll be popping up in. That's what's happening in the summer. But to finish off with, we have the finale that is happening in a very iconic space, which I can't say. But that is fine, because when you guys find out, then give me a shout.
Well, okay, that's something to look forward to. I look forward to hearing what that is. But for now, we're going to join Jerome, who's going to talk to us about community ventures within the project.
Thanks, Carla. And we're here today launching at Project Zero, a amazing community organisation founded by Steve Barnabas here in Walthamstow, the Outset Centre. A lot of what they're doing is trying to steer young people away from crime and reduce it down to zero, using creative tactics that can help to give inspiration and hope back to our communities. If you want to find out more, please see the link below. And we just want to thank you, Steve, for giving us a space. We're truly honoured and grateful for what you have done for us. Now, moving on to the community, it's important that we get an understanding of the experiences that people go through. So we've got two people we're going to speak to now about the impact of what knife crime has had, but also how you can support people who go through this situation.
All good. Good afternoon.
So we've got Rachel Duncan and Bishop Sam. We're going to come to Rachel first. Just give us a little bit about your experience in terms of how knife crime, or I like to say violence that affects young people, has impacted on you.
My nephew was stabbed the 23rd of February this year, and the violence has shocked our family to the core. You know, working for the police, people say you've seen it all, you heard it all, but until it's happened to you, you really haven't. He's a young boy just going about his young life, and for me there needs to be something in place for these young people. Without that, what have our young people got? Everything's been stripped away from them. We need the community to come and stand tall and say this is what we're going to do for our young people.
In terms of right now, what do you think is lacking in young people's lives?
It's just a positive engagement experience for them. As adults, we cannot even understand the world they live in. You know, people just assume that these young people have just arrived in this world and know it all, and they don't. We need to guide and inspire them and coach them and believe in them.
So what do you think needs to happen in terms of supporting children and young people, in terms of like projects like Hearts of Talent?
I think for me, you know, there's no price on life, and Hearts of Talents is a project that will save lives. When you come down to it, they will save lives, because these young people will now be engaged in something positive rather than a negative of the streets. And I've always said this, the streets don't love them like the community and the family do. Having Hearts of Talents there for the community, by the community, engaging with all different types of organisations is truly amazing, because that's what we need to have, and that's what we should be having in every borough within London and up and down the country.
Thank you. So Bishop Sam, what is the role of the church and why is it important to the community?
Well, one thing, the church has a major role in Hearts of Talent, because one of the things that we want to do is to see the success and to support every young person in this. When the church gets involved, or faith comes involved, it shows there's a bigger picture for the young child that can say, hang on, there is something I can live for. And that is why the church has a role to play here, to mentor them, even give them wise counseling. Even the weakest can rise up to the top. To save one life, just one life off the street from being stabbed, means a blessing to the community, because it affects not just the family, the church, the school, the college, everybody. And that is why the church has a fundamental role in the community. And Hearts of Talent has shown it. There is some amazing talent out there that we want to take off the streets, put it into it, and show the gifts. We are walking along Hearts of Talent for a very long time, and we have seen the impact that has been made.
Thank you for your time. It's been absolutely incredible. As we were saying just now, the energy is just, woo, I can feel the passion. I can feel the oozing. So we look forward to working with you more and seeing where we can go from here. So
We
yeah,
are
thank you.
extremely grateful for having us.
Yes, thank you.
And we just want to make an impact in the lives of men and women.
You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. What a powerful account by Rachel and Bishop Sam. And yeah, these things are so important. So next up, we're going to speak to two other community members who are integral to keeping people safe in our community, and that is the police. So we're going to be speaking to Detective Chief Superintendent Tucker and also Christine Toppins about what they're doing and how they're supporting Hearts of Talent. Check this out. How you doing?
Oh, good.
So we've got Richard Tucker
That's correct.
and Christine Topping. Can you tell me a little bit about Hashtag Together and why you got involved with Hearts of Talent?
Hashtag Together is all about bringing the community together, community cohesion, breaking down the barriers between the police and the community. We involve as many partners as we can, and that's across the board, from other statutory organisations such as the local authorities, the National Health Service. In the Northwest, we have particular partners that we work with, such as Air Network, which is a sports-based engagement diversion project, or St Giles's Trust, again, very much about mentoring. And then obviously within the local authorities, probation, really trying to bring everybody together. And then for the young people, we're looking at air cadets, police cadets, sea cadets, all the different scouts, Girl Guides, you name it.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
And can I come to you, Mr. Tucker, about what is the police currently doing to reduce knife crime or prevent it?
As we move forward, we look that we've got a far more influential role in terms of trying to divert people away from crime. So the principles of policing are keeping the peace and preventing crime. Having said all that, we understand there is a barrier with some people and the police. So how do we break that down? There's some great programs going on at the moment behind the badge to actually show people that actually cops are women and men who come to work. We have ride outs, so people can come out and have a ride along. We've got schools officers in every secondary school in London. It's a combination of all these tactics to reach the objective of making London safer for everyone.
You have a duty of care. From what I understand, that's the not paramount thing, isn't it? It's about
Absolutely.
duty of care to the
So
public.
I can understand the barriers because we are it's the enforcement bit of our job that people really rail against. But that is such a small part of our job. So looking after the vulnerable people, there's a lot of children and young people who are very vulnerable and disadvantaged. We've got an absolute statutory duty of care to make sure they're safeguarded.
My final question is, why shouldn't people fear the police?
I can understand why there's barriers between people and the police, young people in particular. It's about understanding. So we do a lot of work with communities in listening to how they feel about their interaction with police. But I think there's something about education, about people understanding what our role is. We're there for everyone, and we're there to be the guardians, I think, of London, and confront people of violence, because they are out there, but we can't do it by ourselves. And I think projects like we're here today are just the way forward, and this is a snapshot of what's going on around London, and we should never give up on young people and children.
What made you support Hearts of Talent?
For me, it's very passionate where it started between me and Jasmine. It's the belief that you can actually make a difference to 1, 2, 3. We're never going to capture everybody, but every single life that we can affect as a community, from a policing perspective, from Hearts of Talent, all the partners we work with, the more people that get involved in it and the more people that do it, the more people we can actually change their lives.
Thank you for your time. It's been amazing. So yeah, we're going to go back to the stage and look at the categories.
It's really fantastic to see so much crucial support coming from the community. But now we get into the really interesting bit. We're going to talk about how to make your online audition really pop. And remember, if you want to enter, you have to enter your details at www.heartsoftalent.org. And now we have someone very special joining us online to tell us about the rap category. This is K9. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Hey Carla, sorry I couldn't be there with you today with the Heart of Talents live launch. My name's K9, I'm a music artist from East London, Hackney, and a youth mentor. and I help the youth develop their skills through music and art.
Fantastic. So can you tell us a little bit more about how to make your online audition really stand out?
As a rap ambassador for Hearts of Talent, in the auditions we'll be looking for a freestyle piece for 16 bars or a song. Please refrain from using any profanity or swearing. You can be in a band or can do it as an individual. And what I would like to see is uniqueness, be true to yourself, and think about the content and the substance you're giving to your audience.
Thank you. Lots of good advice there. Now let's join Amoy and Lindrick for the music and song category.
Thanks for that, Carla. And we are currently here at the Outset Centre's music studio, and we are joined with a special guest, my friend Lindrix. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but he is joining us live from his home studio. So what's going on, bro?
Hey Amoy, it's good to see you. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there today, but you know, we're here in the home studio doing what we do.
No, that's fine, bro. Tell us about yourself, though. Tell us how you are as an artist, and tell us about the categories and what you are expecting from these youth to produce with the singing category.
So my name is Lindrick Zayla. I'm a singer-songwriter producer. I've been working professionally in the industry for about 20 years. Yeah, that's right. I'm old. I started once I moved to London in theatre. I was a lead singer in Thriller Live, the Michael Jackson musical. Toured that for a long time, and then decided to concentrate more on writing and producing and working with other artists in that field and releasing my own material. So that's the expertise that I sort of bring to the table with Hearts of Talent.
Oh, that's great, man. And also, we have another surprise up our sleeves. We've obviously got the track for the official hot track. So tell us how it was working with myself and the others in the Hearts of Talent.
It was a great experience, you know. It was fun because, I knew that some of you hadn't really experienced that studio setting yet. So it was nice to sort of get into that role and, guide you all into how the record should sound and, teach you about how the studio session can move and what to expect with that. It was a great experience. I was actually very surprised at how receptive you all were to the process. And it was brilliant. We had a great day. The song came out great. I was so happy with what we got down, and I'm looking forward to everybody being able to hear it.
So tell us what these young people can do to enter into this competition and what you expect as a singer, because you are an artist yourself.
Okay, so we need a 90-second video of you performing your chosen song. What I'm expecting from you as singers is originality, great tone, and if you're singing an original song, please make sure that your melodies are fire, that they are ear-catching, should I say. Really, express yourself within the music. Show me who you are as a performer and as a singer within your chosen song. If you're doing a cover, I want to hear some originality to that cover. What can you bring to that song that makes it different, that makes it you? So that's what I'm looking for. Originality, great tone, and execution.
So that's it from our ambassador, Lindrick Zella. So if you want to check him out, check him out. And we are going to move on to the next ambassador. So come on, follow me. All right, guys, that was amazing. Now we are going to join our film ambassador, Mark 1. So walk with me, talk with me, do something with me. So yeah, we are at the Outset Centre as well, guys. They got everything here. They got a studio, a filmmaking room, a games room. So come check it out. I told you this. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Moy.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
And thank you for becoming Hot's ambassador. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And could you tell us a bit about yourself?
My name is Mark 1. I'm also known as Mark Walters. Mm-hmm. I'm a director, a branding guru, and a creative director. I do film and I do design. And I've been doing it for 25 years, and I'm a BAFTA award-winning director.
A BAFTA award-winning director.
Yes.
That's a big thing.
Yes, it was a honor, really. It was a great opportunity. It was a great thing to win, and since winning it, it's allowed me lots of opportunity to do lots of good stuff. Since then, I've run my own company, and running my own company has allowed me to do lots of huge television projects and lots of small branding projects.
That's just some of the things I do. I also do a music initiative where I run a music company, and we're building that and creating that and developing artists.
A little birdie told me that you have a self-initiated project.
I got a couple of them.
Okay.
I got a couple on the go. I got one that I'm working on, which is a project called "You Are What You Accept."
Okay.
Because another thing that I do is a lot of motivational speaking, and it's a book that I've written, and it's almost complete, and it's 52 statements that are profound statements of truth to try and motivate people to do stuff. 52, one for each week of the year, 52 weeks.
Yeah.
And they're called one-isms. Each one-ism is going to have a song and a piece of art and the actual affirmation and a piece of video. So it's 52 times whatever that is.
And is that for young people or just for everybody in general?
It's coming from a creative viewpoint, but I see creativity as life.
Yeah.
So it kind of extends to everyone, young people.
That's nice. That is nice.
So that's one project. But I've got quite a few little self-initiated projects, but that's my big one I'm working on at the moment.
That's great. That is actually awesome. I can't wait till that comes out because I need a little inspiration for myself sometimes. But as we are still talking about young people and youth at the same time, since you are our filming ambassador, could you tell us what we are expecting? Because I've heard it's one ruler for the day.
Yes, the concept is a ruler for the day.
Yeah.
And what that means is if you had the opportunity to be a ruler for a day, what would you do?
Okay.
Something that inspires, something that's humorous, or something that tells a deep truth. It's a 90-second film.
Yeah.
We want you to consider the beginning, the middle, and the end. So how the narrative flows.
Yeah.
I want you to consider the opening title. So it shouldn't be no longer than 3 to 5 seconds. It gives you 90 seconds to do your thing. I want you to consider the end sequence. And it shouldn't be no longer than 10 to 5 seconds. Because the middle bit, you've got your 75 seconds.
Right.
The movie must entertain. It must be a truth to you. Or it could be a truth to someone else.
Right.
And if you were a ruler for a day, what would you do, Amoy?
You're putting me on the spot, I'm not going to lie. But if I was a ruler for the day, I think I would more spread positivity and love.
That sounds spot on. So if you was doing the film with that in mind, a film that's based around positivity and love, I want to see the beginning of it, how it starts, the middle bit, and how it concludes. I want to take something from that film, and I want you to have fun while making it. I want you to enjoy it. And I want you to get as much out of it as possible and consider that when you've made this film, who's going to actually watch it? Who's digesting it? What they're going to get from it? Is it going to make them feel sad? Is it going to make them feel retrospective, where they think about themselves? Is it a political issue? Is it an internal issue? All these things can come into the mix. If you was a ruler for the day, what would you do?
Thank you for that. And thank you for explaining everything and telling these young youths what they need to do for this category. Because I know this one is a little hard one still, you know.
Yeah, it's hard. But I think if you have fun with it, you've got phones, you've got ways of making it. You know, it's got to be entertaining. I want to see 90 seconds of something that I'm just like, wow, I didn't think of that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We are going to go back to Jerome, who's in the main area.
Thanks, Amoy. And now for the final categories, spoken word and dance. And we have two amazing ambassadors, Dominic and Lemzy, who are going to introduce themselves and tell the people out there how they're going to have a fighting chance to enter this competition. So, Lemzy, do you want to start?
Cool, yeah. So my name is Lemzy, that's Lemzi. I'm a spoken word artist, a rap artist, a music enthusiast. I also host podcasts, I host events. I do a lot of different stuff, and at the moment I'm working on an app that's all around boosting music with mindfulness and meditative practices called Spoke. But right now, it's Hearts of Talent, and the main thing that I'm here for is to witness the people that are going to enter the category of spoken word with being a ruler for a day. And effectively what that means is I want you as an entrant to take charge of the moment and take me into your world.
How long have they got to do that?
They only got 59 seconds to take me into their world.
That's not long.
Yeah, it's not long at all, but I know that people can do this.
So with that, do you have any advice for anyone who is looking to enter?
Yeah, my main form of advice is be as free and expressive as you can be. Please do not box yourself into any kind of barriers. You can tell me about anything that's been really, really exciting or anything that you're dreaming of, whether you want to fly away or travel the world, etc. Just make sure that you take me into your world within 59 seconds with no explicit language.
I love that. Thank you. And now, Dominic, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Dominic. I'm a dance teacher, choreographer from Northwest London. At the moment, I'm working in schools. I'm working for the YMCA, hoping to set up a dance academy in the next few weeks. Basically, from the dance category, what I'm looking for is energy. You have to send in a 59-second video clip. I need you to use the space, show facial expression, make choreography that's your own. The music has to be clean, no explicit language, and basically I just say bring it. You need to bring it to the dance floor and just be confident and happy when you do it.
I love that. And any advice you would give for those who are new to dance?
I'd just say go at your own pace. Just don't try to be up there with the great dancers sort of thing. Just enjoy it. Yeah, just enjoy it and make sure that you face the camera, eye on the ball sort of thing. Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. You've heard it. You know what to do. Enter now.
Thanks, Jerome. Well, you guys know what to do now. So for full details of how to enter, you want to go to www.heartsoftalent.org.
Yeah, it's been an amazing evening, isn't it? I'm just like super excited. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Remember that you can make a change and decide your own narrative. And to get further details in terms of entering into this competition, www.heartsoftalent.org.
Okay, and now we've got a very special treat for you. We've got Lemzy and Amoy performing the official Hearts of Talent song, Make a Change.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it right. Everybody stand in line. We're gonna put up a fight. We're gonna do it right. Alright, say I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it right. Everybody stand in line. We're gonna put up a fight if we're gonna do it right. It's time to show the world we're enough, yeah. Elevate your soul, take it higher, yeah. Tell us how we make that change. Just look at the man in the mirror, yeah. They bring us into one, show them how it's done. Blessings overcome higher power, yeah. Tell us how we make that change. All together, together.
So join our hands together. Just lift up the world tonight. This moment can last forever. If you join your heart with mine.
Fighting all these battles and I'm ready for the war. I've got this crazy feeling, never been here before. I've gone through all the trials and expecting tribulations. I'm on the front line cause I'm ready at my station.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it right. Everybody stand in line. We're gonna put up a fight if we're gonna do it right. Alright. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it right. Everybody stand in line. We're gonna put up a fight if we're gonna do it right. Alright.
Yeah, the hardest challenge when you got a heart of talent, but the world keeps telling you that you can't start or manage. Tries throwing different hurdles just to see you gallop and the doors locked. You think you got the key but need an Allen. You're not a locksmith, top tip, it doesn't matter. Gotta keep the heart pure, disregard the malice. Even if they're hungry for a win, they didn't know that you were famished. Stay on different things cause you got a whole different palette. Running for what you want despite any chatter. Spur yourself on for trophies. Don't be embarrassed when you hit the bridge for what you want. Remember what you did. Home is in your heart. Crystallize that palace. When you get your principles, make sure they're hammered down to the ground so they will never scatter in the wind, and I'm sure you will win. Keep yourself ahead without any of the cap and lag.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it right. Everybody stand in line. We're gonna put up a fight if we're gonna do it right. Alright. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it right. Everybody stand in line. We're gonna put up a fight if we're gonna do it right. Alright.
So join our hands together.
Together we can make a change.
So join our hands together.
Everything will be okay.
So join our hands together.
Raise our heads up to the sky.
So join our hands together. Let's lift up the world tonight.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it right.